testing stuff. Okay. So it is showing that I am live on Twitch. Alright. Okay. I think I can close this one. Okay. Not sure what's happening, but okay, that's showing. Hi. Hey. Okay, it is working. Okay. Hi, Hatred. Hi, everyone. How's everyone going? Yo, good? Yo, good? Yeah. Let's go. Okay. I'm testing something out. So, um, usually I'll dual stream from OBS. However, I'm now streaming on computer because when I dual stream, my entire computer just like absolutely goes insane. So I'm trying this and hopefully works out. And then yeah, I'm gonna do a little test to see. Okay, so if I do, wait, oh shoot, I forgot to, no, give me a second. Oh no. Live stream, oh shoot, shoot. Okay, yeah, just webcam. Sure. Okay. So if I go Alt F1. Okay, so it's somewhat okay if I. Okay, so it kind of works. I hope it's working. It's kind of laggy. Hope it doesn't mess up with the audio. If it does, then we have a huge problem. Alright, but how is everyone going? It's 1 a.m., 11:30. I'm so early. 6 p.m. Okay, so this might actually be a good time to stream. What's this guy saying? I'm saying random stuff. I'm testing stuff. You think he's not gonna like no, okay. Okay, so basically, this is just me recording a video. I'm trying to do it live just to test to see how laggy it is because I remember whenever I tried to what's the word? I tried to do it last time. My computer just absolutely kerfuffled. So I'm just gonna try it like this. So far, it's working pretty well. The chat is showing here. Yes, and I'm just gonna make a video. Basically, something that I really wanted to discuss. A lot of people wanted me to discuss, so here it is. Okay, we all here. We all good. Who's calling me baby? Don't say hi, baby. What? 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 Okay, I'm procrastinating. Okay, it's basically the video. Yeah. Hype are overworking the idols to the point that they are getting injured, they need to go on hiatus, and sometimes even leaving the group. But let's start off with. Oh, that was a good intro, but I messed it up. I kind of like to show the behind the scenes of how things are made. This is how I kind of make videos. You can always see my fan and heater in the back because it gets cold and then hot, and then because welcome to Australia. It's currently whatchamacallit. It's currently winter in Australia, so we don't know what the weather's gonna be like. Anyways, so yes, hi about overworking. Yeah, hi about overworking. The this was weird doing it live. Okay, I don't know how to do this, but yeah. Hi about overworking the idols to the point that okay. Yeah. Hi about overworking the idol to the point that they are being. What was I gonna say? Where am I from? I'm from Australia. Australia. Okay. Yeah. Hi about overworking. It was weird with chats over this. This is interesting. This is an interesting experience. This is gonna be fun for my digital footprint. All right. Hi about overworking the idols to the point that they are getting injured. They need to go on hiatus. To all these. I almost had it. Okay. Hype overworking the idol to the point that they're getting injured, they're going on hiatus, or even leaving the group. But let's start off with Alex Mocha and the Seraphim's Cherwin. Both of them had to go on a somewhat mini hiatus, right? To the point because, like, first of all, Mocha, she have had health issues in the past. She often gets, I say, injured, sick, and it's really upsetting, especially because being an idol is such a high demanding job. You have to go to places, you have to constantly practice, constantly perform, and then sing live, and then sometimes have a pre-recording and do more Mocha, understandably. It got over for her and she needed to take a break. And I feel like a lot of idols need to do that, especially at such a young age. Like she's only turning, what is it? 21, 22 this year, and they're still very young. I know a lot of people watching this that they are much younger than 21, 22, but 20, 22 is still a very young age where, although you feel like you need to do a lot, keep going, keep pushing, but there's a point where, take a little break. Because, like, yeah, you should be working for, like, most of your 20s, in my opinion, but not to the point where every single day is a work day and you don't even get a bit of a break, a bit of a holiday. You need those breaks. You need a cool down session. You need a rest. It's very important that you do that. And with Mocha, especially Islet, in general, they're in their second year. So what that means for Hybe is like, okay, so you're not gonna have a holiday for the next 5 years. So I have been constantly on the grind, and they have been doing well. They've been in the top 10 of the melon charts consistently, so good on them. But yeah, Islet's Mocha, she needed to take a break, she needed to take a rest. I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of Islet needed to do that. And speaking of which, the Seraphim's chill one, right? She needed to take a break, especially due to neck pain. Because I don't know who's the genius that decided to make a choreography for K-pop idols where they would sometimes need to sing live, where this is an actual dance move. It's a killing point move, what a lot of people say. The thing is, right, I just got dizzy from that. Oh my gosh. Like, I play baseball, so I always keep my head still. But doing that simply, first of all, if you're gonna sing live, don't have any dance moves where you're gonna constantly move your head, possibly sabotaging yourself from singing well live. Like, doing this is bad for singing live. Secondly, the neck is very delicate. It's the top of your spine. It's what sends messages to your brain to make sure that you can move, that you can rest, that you can do what you want to do. But they decided to do this, right? Do this. And, like, yes, it's a headbanger song, so yes, it makes sense. And yes, people do this in concerts. But the thing is, people go to concerts like, what, once a month at most, if they have the money. And usually K-pop fans don't, because, when K-pop idols go overseas and it costs a lot of money. That's a whole different topic. But Chaewon had to do that performance pretty much every day, like on performances and practices, constantly banging her head, which caused pain. And then even when they tried to change the choreography, it was clear that she was still in pain, so then she needed rest. Like, I just gotta say, here's the thing. Hype, they make great music, they make great idols, but like doing this as a dance move is just, I don't get how that got through, how that got decided. I just feel bad for Chewan. I hope she's resting well, and I'm happy that the groups Island and Seraphim, they get to kind of bring cardboard cutouts of the members that are on hiatus and still acknowledging them. Now, with now we have Boy Next Door's, okay, Jaehyun, wait, Jaehyun, who is it? Okay, pop off. I'm not popping off. You low-key speaking faxes. Audric, I stole your Hello Kitty pillow. What do you mean you stole my Hello Kitty pillow? You're not taking this. This is mine. Alright? This is mine forever. Alright? It was originally my sister's, technically. But this is mine forever. Alright? You don't get to take it. You didn't steal my Hello Kitty pillow. Alright? Next up, I want to talk about Boy Next Door's Jaehyun and To Us's Hanjin. Now, everyone has been saying that, you jinxed it again because they're both on hiatus. They are not on hiatus, but they are limiting their activities due to injury and pain and all that. And it's kind of speaking of how the company treats or overworks their idols, because yes, Boy Next Door to Us, they're a young group, so yeah, they have a lot more energy. But the thing is, not every young man can go all the distance. All right, has anybody watched the movie The Walk? I mean, that's a different topic. I mean, no, that is a different topic. But yeah, they're not on hiatus, Jaehyun and Hanjin, but they still have to limit activities because they are injured, because they are being overworked, because of constant practice, constant performing, constant rehearsal, constant everything. Like, doing that much can cause so much harm and so much damage that they need to limit their activities. They need to take a break, and it's all just upsetting. It is really sad that they have to go to that point Whereas like either make it or break it, because like yes, we live in a world where trends and everything just ends quickly. Memes last a day. Besides 6, 7, I don't know how that has lasted for so long. But yeah, memes last a day. Trending songs last a day. Trending memes last a day. Everything just goes quickly. So you have to constantly put out more and more and more. Because in this day and age, quantity over quality, pretty much. Like I'll be honest, I'm very lucky that I just get to be like, hey, this is what's happening in K-pop every single day on a short. I don't need to do that much to get attention. I will personally admit that. And here's the thing: with K-pop idols, they can do that, but making a song isn't that easy. You gotta have to like make the right notes, make the right chords, make the right beat. It's very difficult. And now K-pop idols kind of have to do that at least like every 3 months. And with Hype, it's like, okay, we're doing that for once a month. And then 3 months later, we're debuting a new group. And now Boy Next Door and To Us, they have members that are injured because of it. They're constantly on the road, driving and driving and driving. It's like, okay, my 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 camera fell. Let me just. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. No, we're good. Are we good? We good? We're good. Think of Cable Battles as this phone, right? All right. Imagine it needs to be charged. Okay, you're gonna charge it in, and then once it's 100%, you can charge it out, and then you can use it to work. And then once you need to charge, it'll charge again, right? But with the way Hype does it, they plug in the charger and be like, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're still on charge technically, so you can keep on going. It's like, yeah, but you're constantly going even when you're charged. You're damaging the battery. You need to take breaks. All right. Be like being human is like being a phone. Be a smartphone, not a dumb one. I'm a genius. I'm a philosopher. Quote me on that. Yeah. The Boy Next Door and To Us is Hanjin. I hope they take breaks. I hope, like the group as a whole, they go slower. Yes, it is important to go fast and to constantly work, but please let them be. Let them take a break. They need that. And now, I'm going to move on to the two most infamous hiatuses. Well, wait, hold on. Now I'm going to move on to the two most infamous situations, starting with Cat's Eyes Mano. She is currently on hiatus, and then it was said due to health reasons. Everyone was like, "I chill," and then it was said she was okay and she's perfectly healthy and things aren't in her control right now. As has a lot of people speculating that she could be she could have been forced to take a hiatus because of her work ethic and because she never showed up to practice, and now she's getting flack for it, and then now that she's also taking a voluntary break because she can't handle the workload that Cat's Eye are getting. Because I would say arguably, other than BTS and maybe in Hypin, Cat's Eye are the most overworked group in Hive right now. They're the most overworked girl group right now. I will say they get more work than Idol and the Seraphim right now, which is insane, especially since they're in the Western market. In the Western market, it's a whole different market, but they're still being treated and promoted like K-pop idols. And I guess like when it comes to K-pop, we're kind of used to K-pop idols constantly being on the road, doing performances, constantly having a comeback. Whereas Western artists, like, okay, for this year, we are releasing an album that we worked on for 2 years, so here we go. Whereas with K-pop idols, it's like, okay, here's our summer tune, here's our winter tune, here's our autumn tune. I guess I'm sure they expected it, but they just never expected this type of workload, and they look tired. Like, and I mean that in a concerning way. I don't mean like, oh, they look tired. Look at their eyes. I mean like they look tired to the point I'm scared for the health. I'm scared on the direction that they're going on because it's just concerning. I get concerned. I'm an empath. I get concerned whenever I see people get too tired, get exhausted, and we see that with Cat's Eye, and that might be the case with Mano. She might not be able to handle it. Like, yeah, she's a hardworking woman. She's very talented. Good on her. But I wouldn't be surprised if the workload was too much for her to the point that she needed to take a break. People are over speculating, and it could be the case. Like, I've over speculated. I've made tons of videos about it, you know, a lot of people always want me to talk about it, so I try to talk about it. But at the end of the day, it could just be because she generally needed a break. I'm sure she'll come back. I don't think she will officially leave. I'm so sure she will be okay. Now, in Hypen, they've been overworked for over 6 years now, and as of recently, their member Hisung has now left the group, or kicked out, as some would say, and he's going to go solo as Evan. Now, the reason being is because the company and the statement said is because Enhypen's Hisung wanted to go do solo work, and because of Enhypen's workload, he's not able to do that. Now, I don't now whether that was Hisung's actual choice or not. We don't genuinely know, but I can see that being a legitimate reason because if we look at Enhypen's schedule, they are going on tour from next month until March of next year. So they're going on tour for virtually an entire year, and it is a world tour. They are pretty much going to a different country per month, maybe even every 2 weeks. They're definitely going to different cities every week. So it is quite insane. And the fact that they have to do that for over a year, whereas in Hype's Song, it has been shown that he has been working on his solo work for years now. And like, I would not be surprised if that is the case, where he's like, okay, since we don't have any time for me to do solo work, I kind of want to take myself out of it and just do solo work now and leave and hyping because that's what a lot of pop stars do. Really, a lot of pop stars leave the group because either they're tired of the workload or they just want to do their own stuff or both. And that could be the case for hyping. That could be the case for Evan, I should say now. But yeah, we fully don't know the situation. Maybe these idols are okay with it, but considering and how much of them need to go on break, need to go on hiatus, and need to take the time to recuperate and recover, I'm just concerned about them, and I hope Hive really gives their idols enough break and enough time to recover. It's very difficult, I know, but I wish them all the best. That's what I'm going to say. It is difficult. Idols just have a lot to do. That's just how it is. Because we don't know what will happen. Oh, okay. Okay. I messed it up there. Did I? I did not. Wait. I don't know if I'm recording it well. Oh, do I have a pimple? What should I do? Just let it be. If you have a pimple, don't pick it. Just let it be. Alright? If you have a pimple, just let it be. Don't pick it. Don't scratch it. Don't try to take it out. Just leave it. Okay? It'll get worse. Like, I never picked my pimples, and I don't. And now look at my skin. Look at it. Look. You're like, oh, my skin's pretty good, yeah. And guess what? I don't have a skincare routine. I don't have a cleanser. I don't have a double wash cleanser exfoliation thing. I don't have any of that. I don't put a moisturizer. This is just my face without anything. I'm not joking. I'm being legit here. For real, for real. No cap. I don't know what I'm saying. Am I lagging on Twitch? Okay, it looks like I'm lagging on Twitch. I think. Hang on. Did I mess up? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is what this was. This do I know Korean? I don't know Korean. I'm so sorry. All right, this was just a test. Thank you for joining. Bye.